Welcome back to another freestyle event right here on the Monster Truck Mayhem YouTube channel. We have got 6 trucks ready to go freestyle, and here in our competition tonight, it's a wild and crazy course. These drivers are going to be catching some big air and trying to pull off some of the coolest moves you've ever seen in Monster Truck Mayhem history. Here's a look at our field of trucks. Snakebite 35th anniversary coming to freestyle here tonight. Also, we're going to be taking a look at the 30th anniversary Monster Patrol making its freestyle debut here tonight as well. Not to mention, Gravedigger number 10 is back and ready for action here tonight, and we're also going to be taking a look at the brand new Sting Machine making its debut for freestyle. We're also going to be taking a look at Predator, the Dodge version, going to come in here and freestyle here tonight, and not to mention the WCW Nitro machine going to be making its freestyle debut here tonight as well. And right now we're going to be getting things kicked off with the 35th anniversary of Snakebite. And he comes out with a nice sky wheelie up and over the bus stack now as he launches up the dirt ramp, exploding through the barrels here. The Snakebite 35th anniversary looking strong so far. Gonna pogo it now on the rear, hits the brakes and sets it up on a moonwalk, walking it back up and over the pod. Look out, he's in trouble and breaks it around. The Snakebite already out here getting wild with a move that could have easily ended that run so early. How about it for Snakebite? It looks like he's lining up now for the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Sets it back down on all 4 Firestone tires. And Snakebite's already starting off with a great flow out here in tonight's freestyle competition. I want to remind you guys that we have 3 judges over in our judges zone. The highest score any truck can achieve is a perfect 30. And that's what Snakebite's trying to do out here as he goes up and over the bus stack with the rail car, back over the van stack now. And Snakebite really has a lot of good momentum throughout this run. 40 seconds left on the freestyle clock. And he's already turned it over once when he did that moonwalk and rotated over that pod. And again, the move could have really ended the run early, but luckily he got the full rotation. And Snakebite, with about 29 seconds left on the clock over the van stack, gonna cross up now with a combo, sets it on back down, rides out a nice slap wheelie across the stadium floor. And Snakebite gonna look for some donuts here, and he's gonna get him right here in the bottom corner of the arena. And Snakebite really with a stellar run as he shuts it down right there. About 10 seconds left on the freestyle clock. Let's go back and check out some of these highlights out of the Snakebite machine. Right here, the first one we're gonna capture, the pogo on the rear tires, sets it up on the nose to throw it in reverse and walk back this moonwalk. Right here, he gets a little kicked up on the pod. I think he was trying to stand it straight up and down. He ended up getting a full rotation. Luckily, it worked out in his favor. Then the second highlight, we've got the major air out of the Snakebite machine across the stadium. It's just absolutely insane. And then we're going to be taking a look at the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Nice rotation. Snakebite, stellar run here in tonight's freestyle competition. We'll see what the judges have to say, and it looks like it's going to be a total of 8, 8, and a 9 for a score of 25. Snakebite is your leader right now, obviously being the first truck on the board, but he's going to get followed up here tonight by the 30th anniversary of Monster Patrol, all the way out of St. Cloud, Minnesota. Big time air blasted through the barrels. This is just one beautiful looking truck out here. And obviously he saw what Snakebite did just before him. Right now over the bus stack, so crazy air. Got a little crossed up with the truck, but able to keep it right side up. Some more sick air. 30th anniversary combos it up. The Monster Patrol rides the back wheels on the downside of that ramp. An incredible job here tonight. Already putting it to the wood. Gonna combo it up one more time. He almost went backwards right there off that steep jump, but Monster Patrol gonna get a little crossed up here on the van stack. I don't know if he was trying to line up for that or the dirt jump to the side. Nonetheless, he made it work out here in tonight's freestyle competition. And right now, he's just got a lot of great momentum. The Monster Patrol looking good out here. Clearing the gap now. Downsides it nicely. 30th anniversary Monster Patrol. Not letting these fans go home disappointed as he skies it out over the van stack one more time. Monster Patrol with some sick air now up and over the pod. How about that for air? Monster Patrol is throwing it down. Going to cross up the pod. Let's see if he can stick it into a moonwalk. He's out of shape. Monster Patrol in trouble. What a save. I don't even know what to call that. He twisted the truck up. Good thing these trucks have got stellar suspension, because I don't even know what to call that, folks. And here we go now. We're going for the not Morgan & Morgan. It snapped off the wheel. And that's probably going to do it for the 30th anniversary of Monster Patrol. You talk about a stellar ending to freestyle. We got to go back and check out some of these highlights, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed that at home as much as we did right here. Look at the air and then combos it up. Monster Patrol just throwing it down. As we jump over to our next highlight right here, look at this straight up and down, and he pogos it on the rear, much like we saw Snakebite, but he hits the other jump, twists the truck up, and he still brought it back around. And then, of course, the not Morgan & Morgan backflip attempt, but it snapped off the left front tire, and that pretty much ended the run right there. I don't know how much time is still left on the clock. We'll see what the judges had to say. We got an 8, 7, and a 9, a subtotal of 24. Monster Patrol 1 point shy of Snakebite, so there had to have been a good chunk of time left out there on the clock. as we get started with Sting now. Our third truck in this freestyle competition comes out announcing his presence with some huge air. This is the brand new truck debuting out here on the Monster Truck Mayhem YouTube channel. Going to cross up the pod and walk the back tires all the way across. Sting obviously sat there in the pits and saw what Monster Patrol and Snakebite just did, and he's got to try to outdo that. One more time over the van stack now. Gets a little crossed up, a little harem-scarum there for the Stinger machine now. It's a beautiful looking truck. And I was talking to some of the guys down there in the pits that work on the Sting machine. They're still trying to get the shock combo dialed in. And as you see the Stinger out here throwing down some donuts, gonna cross up the pod one more time, a little out of shape. He saves the truck. And it looks like we're getting another combo now. Up and over the barrel's going to pogo hard on the front end and walk the tailgate across the stadium floor. Stinger absolutely throwing down a barn burner. More sick air out of Sting here in tonight's freestyle. An absolutely stellar job so far. And I got to say, this is probably going to take the lead. Couldn't quite get it up for the moonwalk right there. It looked like the dirt kind of fussed out from underneath the truck. Looks like he's lining up now for the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Great rotation. And Stinger just absolutely adding on to what is already a stellar run. Going to launch it one more time now. Can he clear the gap? Perfect downside for the Stinger machine. What an incredible job. Gonna cross it up now. He's in trouble. Can he save it? He turns it over right here with 12 seconds left on the clock. Sting threw it down here in tonight's freestyle competition. We have got to go back and check out some of these awesome highlights out of the new Sting machine. Look at the elevation that he got on the backside of that jump, then brings it around, blasted through the barrel, sets it down, combos it up on the rail car, but the rail car tripped him up and pogoed him towards the front. He sticks the throttle to the wood, stands it on the tailgate for a nice wheel stand, and then look at the air. I'm pretty sure he saw the guy out in the parking lot with the Prius that left his headlights on. And then another look here at the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Great rotation, some serious height, and Sting just threw it down. And then right here, this is what took him out with 12 seconds. Crossed up on the jump. He tried to throttle out of it and save it, and well, upside down he goes. So we're heading over to the judges' zone and we'll see what they got to say. And it looks like the score is going to be a 10, a 9, and a 10. A total of 29. Your overall points leader so far out of the first three trucks is going to be Sting. There you see him at the top of the bracket with 29 points. Right behind him, Snakebite with 25. And then Monster Patrol, I do think he should have scored a little bit higher, but I'm not a judge. I'm just the commentator. And right now, he is at the bottom with 24 points. But we still got 3 more trucks to go in tonight's freestyle competition. And right now, we're going to be taking a look at the Predator machine all the way out of Brentwood, Tennessee. The Pizzo Camp Predator now skies it out over the van stack. Going to walk the back tires across the stadium floor. And looks like he's going to cross up the pod now. Not too much air. He was trying to do something a little bit different. I just don't think he had the momentum to do so. Right now, up and over, going to stick it on the nose. I thought he was going to go end over end on the backside of that steep jump. Some big time air up and over the bus stack now. Combos it up on the pod. And Predator now starting to get it dialed in. He's got about 1:05 left on the clock. Blasted through the barrels now. Downsides it nicely. Got a smooth, consistent run going so far. One more time up and over the van stack. Going to walk it out for a wheel stand one more time. The Predator loves getting a little squirrely on those back 2 tires. Sticks it now on the moonwalk. Going to walk it on back. Predator comboing a lot of things up. A lot of good momentum out here so far. And it looks like he's not letting up anytime soon. He's got about 40 seconds left in tonight's freestyle competition. Still looking for that great big wow factor like we just saw at a Sting. Not sure if it's going to be achievable. It looks like we're going to get some Predator donuts now right here in the center of the stadium. An awesome job laying it into the motor. You hear the RPMs peaking. One more time up and over the backside of that bus stack. Looks like he's going to be lining up now for the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Sticks it on the front end pretty hard and walks it out into a nice wheel stand. And Predator now going to go one more time up and over some huge air. What an insane leap for the Predator machine. Absolutely phenomenal in tonight's freestyle competition. And that'll wrap it up with 7 seconds left on the clock. We got to go back and check out some of these highlights. Predator was throwing it down. And looking back at the highlights, some huge air right there. Combos it up. And then right here, he sticks it so hard on the front end, he has no choice but to try to throttle out of it. In this combo right here, sky wheelie into a pogo, sets it on the front end of that Dodge and walks it back into a beautiful moonwalk. And then this right here, the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. I thought he was going to over-rotate right there, but a nice good balance between throttle and brake and keeps it shiny side up. So right now we're heading over to the judges' zone. And your overall score for Team Predator is going to be 999, a total of 27 for Team Predator. He moves into second place here in tonight's freestyle. All right, next up here tonight, we're getting our first look at the WCW Nitro machine out here. Gonna try to go for the combination. Goes through the barrels. Nice downside for the WCW Nitro machine out here. Again, making its debut on the channel. Gonna get a little squirrel up here. Crosses up on the bus stag. Already putting it to the point of no return. The Nitro machine out here comboing up on the dirt jumps up and over the buses. Steps it on the nose. And Nitro really wanting to make a staple inside of the Monster Truck Mayhem community. Wants to be a fan favorite. Walks it back now into a moonwalk. Had to kick the front end steering a little bit to get it to bite, but nonetheless, he does so as he goes one more time up and over that bus stack. Nice knot, Morgan & Morgan backflip, good rotation. And he's really got a stellar run going so far. 55 seconds left on the clock for the WCW Nitro machine. Gonna walk it now on the back tires. Nice wheelie by the Nitro machine all the way across the stadium floor. That was probably the best wheel stand we saw all night as he goes one more time up now. Gets a little harem scarum on the downside as he saves the truck. And again, the fans love it when you can take these trucks to the point of no return. Some sick air combo. Nice job by the Nitro machine here. He's gonna try to stick it on the nose, unable to get it to bite. But we were just talking about the fans love when you can take these trucks to the point of no return and somehow bring out a stellar save. Looks like he's going for another not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Sets it on the back, and he's got the job done here tonight. 15 seconds left on the clock. An incredible debut for the WCW Nitro machine, and it looks like he's going to shut it down right here in tonight's freestyle competition. Looking back at these highlights, check out the air that he got. That was the first hit of his freestyle run here tonight. Blasted through those barrels, and then right here, a combo maneuver, sets it up on the front two tires, turn the wheel a little bit to get it to bite. Nonetheless, walks out a beautiful moonwalk. And then another look at the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Another truck with great rotation out here tonight. These guys are really mastering those backflips. And then right here, a little crossed up again to the point of no return. Brings it back down and kept it shiny side up through the freestyle performance. Looking at the judges zone, a 9, 9, and a 10. A total of 28 now for the WCW Nitro machine. That'll put him in second place overall. But we still got one more truck. We're taking a look at the Gravedigger. Comes out and announces his presence with some huge air, heavy on the nose right there, up and over the pod. Gravedigger number 10, one of the older trucks in the fleet. Looks like he's going for the combo right here. Big time air out of the Gravedigger. Number 10 was the truck that Pablo Huffaker was most famous for throughout the 1990s. And right now he's crossing up right there. Gonna ride it out a little bit on two wheels. Let's see if he can get the moonwalk to stick. Looks like he's set up for it. Walks it on back. The Gravedigger laying it down here tonight in tonight's freestyle competition. He already saw the 5 trucks go before him. Realizes he's got to lay down an absolute clinic. And so far, so good. The momentum and the speed and the air, as we were just talking right there, sets it on down. Hard lick on the side, saves the truck. An incredible job by Team Gravedigger. And one more time, up and over the pod. Pogos it hard on the back two tires. Looks like he's going to line up now for the bus stack with that rail car, straight up and down, sky wheelie. An incredible job by the Gravedigger as he lines up for the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Sets it on down. The Gravedigger's on a rail here tonight. Let's see what he's got. 30 seconds left in the run. Hits the jump. Walks it on the wheel stand now. Puts the power down. Front flips the truck. What a save by the Gravedigger. That was incredible. He did the thing. Walked out a wheel stand. Pulled out an incredible front flip. Downsides nicely. Team Gravedigger looking for their very first win out here on Monster Truck Mayhem. Some more sick air out of the Gravedigger here tonight. And it looks like he's going to wrap it up. What an incredible job by the Gravedigger. And they may have just won their very first freestyle out here on this channel. Looking back at the highlights, the first hit of the night for Gravedigger. Launches that truck all the way across the stadium floor. Combos it up. He almost rolled it right there. And then right here, we're taking a look at the pogo. Watch him set it on the back tires. Shifts into reverse. Walks out a moonwalk. Incredible job by Gravedigger here tonight. Then we're looking at this jump right here. He launches up so high. Look at the bad bounce he takes on the rear of that truck, and it kicked him over to the side. I'm not wondering if something got knocked loose there in the rear. Then not to mention the not Morgan & Morgan backflip. Awesome rotation out of the Gravedigger. And then right here, the move that shocked us all, sets it on down, walks out, puts the power down on a wheel stand, flips it end over end for a front flip here in competition. Incredible job by Team Gravedigger as we look over at the judges zone. 10, 10, and a 10, a perfect 30. Team Gravedigger has won its first event out here on the Monster Truck Mayhem YouTube channel. It really was an incredible job by all 6 competitors here tonight. Team Gravedigger got the overall win. Right behind him was Sting with 29 points, WCW Nitro with 28, Predator in 4th place with 27 points, Snakebite right behind him in 5th with 25, and then last but certainly not least, Monster Patrol in 6th place with 24 points. But your winner for the first time out here on the Monster Truck Mayhem YouTube channel is going to be Team Gravedigger. What an incredible night of Monster Truck Mayhem Freestyle here tonight. We hope you guys watching along at home had a great time with us and enjoyed all the wild and crazy, unpredictable action these monsters left out here on the track. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Be sure to leave comments down below. We read everything, and we love getting y'all's feedback. If there's something you want to see on the channel in the future, leave that comment down below, and we'll see if we can't get it done for you right here on the channel. Be sure to crush that subscribe button, and we'll catch you down the road.